Hey there, Capricorn. It's Jen here. I forgot to start the video. Just doing some meditation and shuffling. I guess I'm just calling it an August bonus. I don't know what to call it. Reading for you guys. I'm getting this feeling of really cherishing the time that you've been able to spend with people. You know, the pandemic has been difficult for some people in some ways. I'm not even talking about if you or someone you know had COVID and all of that stuff. I'm talking just about in general the experience of going through COVID. And a lot of us, for example, with families, I got teary-eyed yesterday talking about the time, and I'm going to again right now, apparently, the time I've got to spend with my son was such a gift. And even as a teenager, he spends a lot of time in his room. I know just being able to drive him, he went to school 2 days a week last year, being able to drive him to school and pick him up because I was working from home, and just being here, being in the same space, helping him with school, whatever. I just felt like I was given this gift of spending time with people that I wouldn't have had, and I will cherish that. So I don't know. For some of you, I just see you maybe being a little, I don't know if it's nostalgic, but just having some of those thoughts, I guess, about the past. It doesn't necessarily have to be about quarantine specifically, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe even get a little weepy, a little teary, and things like that. The bottom of the deck over here, we have the 7, which you can't even see, the 7 of Cups. So this is an energy of, you'll hear readers, and they're absolutely right, saying of scattered energy. You have to make a decision. You have all these ideas and fantasies and thoughts, but you need to sort of pick one and work with it and figure out what you want to put your energy into it. But, before we can create and decide what we want, we need this creative energy to daydream and fantasize and explore and work through in our head and do research and all those things. So it's also to me a very creative energy, and it has its time and place. But I feel as though, so what I'm getting is that, sorry, I have a squeaky chair. I don't even know how this stool is standing because I put it together. So many screws have fallen out of this thing. One of these days I'm just going to collapse on the ground. But so anyway, I feel like there's been something brewing for a long time with you. And maybe in August you're going to get that creative download that gives you the motivation or the inspiration or the clarity to go, oh, okay, I know how to, bring this to life, or I know the direction to go. I know which one to pick now. And you wouldn't have had that without this time, King of Swords, it's a creative air sign, so the mind. You may go to a lawyer, and I feel as though this could be for, this is like legal reasons for copyright, patents, business deals, agreements, something like that, where I don't feel like it's a lawyer for like a lawsuit or something negative. I feel like it's getting things in, could be writing, getting things in writing, a contract of some sort, be writing a book. Because there is a book with these things. Let's look at all these things she's looking at. There's a plant, there's stars, there's, what's that, like a flame, a book, a heart. She's actually going after the heart. She's following her heart. Some coins and a castle. Following your heart, following what's... It's interesting though, but because we have this creative energy, but at the same time, which is very Capricorn, right? This, I want to create, I want to move forward, I want to do things. The King of Swords says, but I'm going to be smart about it because I'm not an idiot, right? The world, something new coming in, some new beginning. So the world is a culmination and a new beginning all at the same time. The world's round, right? And so when the world comes in, usually there's something ending that you would consider. So when we look back on our lives, we look at it in like phases, right? We sort of, our brain just wants to categorize things, as much as it's not okay to categorize things in a way, right? We don't want to categorize people, but our brain wants to organize things and do that. It's, I don't know. It's just how our brain works. It like has its own filing system, and it's like, where do I put this? What file does this go in? So I don't know why that's weird. Maybe you're going through paperwork. So looking back, okay, that's when I had this job, or I worked, I was hanging out with these people, or I lived in this house, or I was in this relationship, or I was hanging out with this group of friends. I mean, there are all sorts of different ways we look back on things. And so when the world comes in, there's some sort of culmination where, okay, something about that will frame a part of my life, but at the same time, now a new phase is beginning that eventually will encapsulate another one of those phases of my life. When I look back, I got the chills. So knowing that, because sometimes we don't even realize that's happening. It just sort of happens and we miss the moment. But I feel like you're really going to understand that moment. Okay, here's that feeling I was getting right at the beginning. And being very intentional of how you want this next phase of your life to be, how you want it to. Yeah, like being more of an architect of it. Because, being more intentional. Sometimes we don't realize that we can consciously, kind of a magician energy, create and cultivate how we want, our life to go. More, okay, so now we have the King of Pentacles. So this is a mature earth sign like you guys. And they've gotten where, oh my gosh, sorry, sudden yawn. The King of Swords has gotten where they are by their intelligence and their thoughtfulness and their words and how they can interact with people and how articulate they are and charming they are and witty they are. And, again, their mind, like Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones. If you don't know Game of Thrones, I don't know what to say. And the King of Pentacles has gotten there by hard work, by sacrifice, by delaying instant gratification, by just getting up and working at it day after day, just grinding away. And not just, they don't feel that though. Sometimes you can, but that's kind of the earth signs. You earth signs are workhorses. I don't know why that, but you you just keep putting one step in front of the other and doing the work. What's this? Oh my gosh. So, yes, look at bookended by these two creative water energies, emotions, like feeding your soul and what makes you happy and what makes you, creative. So we have these very practical kings, the most practical kings of the deck, the world, and like right on the periphery is creative things you want to pursue. I'm gonna pull some more cards. This is a time, I'm hearing this is a time for you and your creativity. Okay, so this one, let's just turn them over. Five of Wands. There's some sort of struggle I think, within you. There could be struggle. There could be, and this doesn't have to be like fighting, but this could be different competing ideas. And wow. So this could just be maybe wanting the same thing, but having different ideas about how to get there. This could be a struggle within yourself of wanting to pursue your creative things, yet your practical mind saying, but you have to, be responsible and do all these things. What I think you can find, though, is that this creativity is not separate from security and your life and your job and your all those things that make earth signs feel comfortable, being able to pay your mortgage, keep the lights on, pay the bills, feed your, family and all that stuff. That's extremely important. But it doesn't have to be separate. Here we have the 10 of Cups. This came up for Libra. Your happily ever after is not a destination you'll eventually get to. It has to be cultivated now because we don't know how long we're going to have. Not to be morbid, but and I think what you'll find out is that your creativity can be just as much a sense of security and even physical or it can make you money. Yes, that's what I want to say. So you have some sort of creative idea that is part of your heart, that for some reason has been separate from maybe your job or your day-to-day life. I don't know. And now I feel like that's going to come together and somehow be incorporated more, folded into your life. I'm seeing baking. Like, I can't cook, but you know how you're like supposed to fold stuff into batter? Well, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. I feel like you have the skills and the foundation, or you already have a platform in which to launch something. I don't know if that makes sense. Well, I guess like I have this YouTube channel, right? So if I wanted to do something else or incorporate something else into with tarot or whatever, I do have a platform. So it might be something like that. You already have some sort of foundation. But make sure that legally, make sure you have like a business plan and the legal things, because I feel like going back to like a patent or a copyright or whatever those things, I feel like this could be very fruitful and very productive. Very, there's a word, I can't think of it. Valuable. It's not there's a word, and I'm sorry, it's just not coming to my head, that you can make from this thing that's more near and dear to your soul and feels maybe more creative to you. Capricorn, I like it very much. Thanks for watching. Take care.